8 games without a win for Juventus spelt the end for Igor Tudor. Now the club has turned to caretaker boss Massimo Brambilla to give them a boost. In Turin, Juventus are out to win again as they take on Udinese. And the man reportedly set to take over on a permanent basis, Luciano Spalletti, will also be keeping a close eye on this one. Final checks from Marco Di Bello ahead of kick-off. Juventus in their home strip, their traditional colours, the black and white. We are underway then. Juventus playing from right to left in this first half. As Lloyd Kelly goes immediately long. Swept back upfield by Ezibue. First touch of the night then for Di Gregorio, who's rested at Lazio. Final game in charge for Igor Tudor, his reign only lasting 218 days. Alpenda will chase and Okoye off his line. Locatelli. Kalulu. Openda for Vlahovic. Goes to ground. Penalty. Just the start Juventus would have wanted. They have an early chance to break the deadlock here. There goes Vlahovic! Juventus lead. The perfect start, and just what Juventus wanted after a turbulent time, both on and off the pitch. A new chapter. Although it's a man who's unlikely to be here next season that bags the first goal of a fresh start. Dusan Vlahovic hadn't scored in Serie A since match day 2. And for Juventus, it's a first goal since the start of the month. 4 games without finding the back of the net come to an end thanks to a penalty. Locatelli slides in there. Locatelli, Vlahovic. Here's Openda to make it 2. His weight. The first goal for the club goes on. Hassan Camara, 1-on-1 with Cambiaso. Ezibue now. Still with the Dutchman. Zaniolo. Can he get the shot away? Still, Nicolo Zaniolo takes a big deflection on its way through. Udinese have a corner. McKennie. They come here to Kostic! Brilliant save by Okoye. Locatelli. Vlahovic. Too tame an effort, really, to trouble Okoye. But Juventus once again asking questions. Locatelli under pressure. Piotrowski. Buxa. Atanao. Comes here to Buxa. And now Zaniolo! Udinese level! Moments before the break. And it's Nicolo Zaniolo, the man determined to let his football do the talking again. And maybe it isn't going to be all plain sailing for Juventus tonight. Juventus just couldn't quite clear their lines, and Zaniolo was there. First Atta, then Buxa. Zaniolo brought it under control. Not easy with these wet and slippery conditions, but he put it where Di Gregorio couldn't quite reach. Fantastic technique from Udinese's number 10. Di Gregorio. Can expect maybe some jeers and whistles then from the home fans. Into the final minute of added time. There goes the half-time whistle. Juventus are booed off the pitch. Vlahovic with an early penalty. The Bianconeri unable to get that second goal. And Zaniolo in added time of the first half with a late equaliser, making it game on again ahead of the restart. At the break in Turin, Juventus 1, Udinese 1. We get back underway, no changes to report at half-time. Vlahovic for Openda. Openda, brought down by Camara. Still with Openda, shielding the ball. Cambiaso, Yildiz, he got a touch on it. Atta and Zaniolo standing over it. Zaniolo. Hassan Camara. Headed across, and Gogličić thought he'd scored his first ever professional goal. Denied though by Di Gregorio. Leapt up there, the Udinese defender. Zaniolo. Karlstrom with a flick on. Gogličić just couldn't keep it down. Well, two chances then in quick succession for Saba Gogličić. McKennie. That was Petrovski for Ezibue. Kenan Yildiz has won it back. Safety first, Locatelli. Home fans piping up. McKennie. Lloyd Kelly. Kostic. Openda's there. And Openda has won a corner. It's played short. Kenan Yildiz. Kostic. Vlahovic. Still with Vlahovic now. Openda! It's chaos out there. Now Atta, Kostic. Last touch of Karlstrom, who's furious with his teammates. Wanted Udinese to clear their lines. They couldn't do that. And Juventus will keep Udinese pinned back here. Kostic. Cambiaso. Here is Locatelli. Fired over. Kostic. And Okoye had to be alert there, which he was. It spiralled his way. Kenan Yildiz. McKennie. Openda. Openda. Another chance for Openda. And Okoye once more. He has been the bane of Juventus tonight. Kalulu shaping up to cross. Cambiaso. And that's much simpler for Okoye. So Openda, his quest for that first goal continues, but he's getting closer. Okoye getting his body behind the ball. Struck with real power by Openda, and Okoye. Now McKennie. Vlahovic. Vlahovic! Looking to catch out Okoye. He had options. Went it alone, Dusan Vlahovic. Had the confidence to do so, but couldn't find the back of the net. Locatelli, Openda, Yildiz. Now Kostic. Vlahovic leaping up. McKennie. Kalulu! And what do Juventus have to do to beat Okoye tonight? Cambiaso. McKennie. Cambiaso's ball. Gatti! Juventus retake the lead. It's their towering defender, Federico Gatti, coming good when it mattered most. They are desperate to restore winning ways. And it's the defender heading beyond Okoye, who is finally beaten. Scored a wonder goal in the Champions League at the start of the month. Now closes out October with one of his specialties, his aerial prowess. Cambiaso for Gatti. Okoye got a glove to it, wasn't enough. And Juventus then back on course to end their winless run. Great elevation. As cool as that from Federico Gatti. Now Locatelli just puts his boot through it. Vlahovic will chase. It's awkward for Hassan Kamara. Vlahovic keeps it in play. Just slips though when it mattered most. Kamara. Atta. Karlström. Was touched by Soler. There's a slip by Karlström. Soler. Karlström. It's a wayward ball. Now Kenan Yildiz. And Okoye tips it over. Yildiz looking to seal it. All stemmed from an error by Udinese in the build-up. Trademark strike by Kenan Yildiz. And Okoye keeping Udinese in it. Gatti has it covered. Gatti, who comes from a family of Torino supporters, the subject of the derby. Kostic. Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz! Did it come off the post? With a long-range strike from Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz, who hasn't scored in Serie A since the Derby d'Italia. It's coming inside. Okoye getting down low. Did it kiss the post? Lovric. Headed down and just wide. Udinese so close to a 90th minute equaliser. Cabasella was there, as was Bayo. Bayo with the header. And the Ivorian nodding wide. McKennie. David to chase. Soler trying to read the bounce, which he does. Here are your candidates for player of the match. Gatti, Vlahovic, Zaniolo and Soler. Surprised not to see Okoye. Kenan Yildiz pounces on the loose ball. Kenan Yildiz! That was a glorious chance to seal it in added time. He knows he can do better. Also had David in support. Blazed it over. Gatti. McKennie. David. McKennie. Now Kenan Yildiz. Trying to do it all alone. And he goes to ground there, Kenan Yildiz. He goes appealing. Referee not interested. First of all, where was the contact? Was it inside the box? So Yildiz clearly first to the ball there. On-field review. The referee has been asked to have another look at it. Comes across here, and you know that more often than not. This means one thing and one thing only. And the penalty will be awarded. Early contact, the left boot of Gogličice catching the right boot of Kenan Yildiz, who also got to the ball first and took it away from the Georgian defender. The Georgian defender who is already on a yellow card. Referee asking to have another look at it from this angle. Wants to look at the direction of the ball as well. Marco Di Bello has made up his mind. All eyes and ears now on the referee.
A seguito di revisione, il calciatore numero 2 dell'Udinese commette un fallo in area di rigore. Decisione finale, calcio di rigore.
Penalty to Juventus, foul by Gogličice on Kenan Yildiz. That will be Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz who won the penalty. Yildiz has dusted himself off. Total concentration then from Kenan Yildiz. Chance then to wrap up the 3 points, and he does just that, Kenan Yildiz. First Serie A goal since mid-September for the Turkey international, and a first win since mid-September for the Bianconeri of Turin. Game, set a match deep into added time. They needed the penalty to get over the finishing line tonight, Juventus. But that winless sequence is now a thing of the past. Kenan Yildiz, who had a host of chances in the second half to wrap up the win, does get his goal, albeit from the penalty spot. Sealed with a kiss before by Manuel Locatelli. And for the second time tonight, Okoye sent the wrong way as well. Kenan Yildiz. Jonathan David. Still Jonathan David! Now Kenan Yildiz sets himself. Yildiz. David really unlucky. After more than 40 days and 40 nights, Juventus end the drought. Massimo Brambilla oversees a massively important win for Juventus as caretaker boss. Kenan Yildiz sealing it late on with a penalty. Vlahovic also with a penalty in the first half. Gatti restoring the Bianconeri's lead after Zaniolo's late equaliser in the first half. That 8-match winless run, a thing of the past. Juventus looking forward then after Igor Tudor and awaiting the arrival of Luciano Spalletti. Final score here, Juventus 3, Udinese 1.